Today, we're looking at a legal battle that literally changed public health in India forever. Let's dive in. This powerful statement was at the heart of a huge 1987 case, Vincent Panikurlangara versus the Union of India. So, back in the 1980s, India was being called a pasture ground for multinational drug corporations. The big issue was this: drugs banned elsewhere were being freely sold in India, thanks to some really weak government oversight. And even when an expert committee said, hey, ban these drugs, the actual enforcement on the ground, super weak. So this one advocate, Vincent Panikurlangara, decided he'd had enough and took the fight straight to the Supreme Court. He used a really powerful tool called a public interest litigation, or PIL. His demands were super clear: ban the dangerous drugs, cancel their licenses, and set up a new authority to protect people. But pretty quickly, this case became about way more than just specific drugs. It got constitutional.
The whole argument was built on Article 21 of the Constitution, which guarantees the fundamental right to life.
So here's the big question. Does the right to be alive also mean you have a right to be healthy?
The Supreme Court's verdict on this was kind of nuanced. It had two really distinct parts. First up, the court agreed. It ruled that the right to health is a fundamental part of the right to life. And they pointed to Article 47, which says, improving public health is a primary duty of the government. But, and this is the second part, the court also pumped the brakes. It said it wasn't its job to make technical policy calls. So instead of banning drugs directly, it ordered the government to get its own regulatory house in order. So what was the long-term impact? Well, it was massive, and we're still feeling it today. This judgment set a huge precedent. It's shaped public health law for decades and is still cited in cases today. And here's the core legacy. The government has a constitutional duty to protect the health of its people, period. Which leaves us with a really critical question. How do you balance a citizen's fundamental rights with complex technical decisions?